Legislative session is now underway and various committees are hearing bills now.
One catching people's eye is Senate Bill 3499. If passed, it would allow terminally ill patients in Illinois to decide when their life ends. News 10's Caitlin Hunt joins us now in the studio to explain how it would work.
Patrice Rondrell, Senate Bill 3499 is also called a medical aid in dying bill, and it's meant to give patients the option to avoid pain. However, those who oppose the bill believe it gives people a negative perception of living with disabilities.
Illinois Senate Bill 3499 wants to give terminally ill patients the right to decide when their life ends. Described as a medical aid in dying bill, terminally ill patients with 6 months to live can be prescribed medication to end their lives. Illinois State Senator Linda Holmes supports the bill, as she wishes this was an option for her parents, who both died of cancer.
It is devastating to watch somebody you love die, but there is nothing harder than watching someone you love suffer.
Interested patients must go through a rigorous process before receiving the medication. Medical evaluations and opinions from 2 doctors are required. Mental health physicians will be involved as well. And despite those requirements, there are people with concerns.
It creates a uniquely dangerous social conversation that could harm people with disabilities.
Amber Smock is with Access Living, a Chicago area disability rights group. And she says most terminally ill patients are considered disabled. And she believes this bill gives people the idea that life ends when you become disabled.
It doesn't matter how the option is structured. The fact that the option is there will change the medical landscape and how people think about what end of life should look like.
Smock says the healthcare system is already biased against most disabled people, and she's afraid doctors, nurses, and insurance providers may steer people in this direction rather than encourage patients to see life differently.
That does not mean you are less, and it doesn't mean that you are a burden. It means that things have changed and that you have to find different solutions.
But Holmes stresses that Senate Bill 3499 is just an option, meaning patients can use it or simply wait for their final days.
I want to think it's like 37% of the people that get this prescription to do this actually don't use it. I think what it does, again, is it offers such comfort as, oh my gosh, if my suffering becomes so much that I can't deal with it, I do have this option.
And currently, this bill is being read by the executive committee, and this does become a law. Illinois would become the 11th state in the country to allow medical aid in dying. Patrice Rondrell, back to you.